Hi everyone, welcome to my first official YouTube video. I've been wanting to start a YouTube channel for a while, just timing wasn't right. So this is my first official video and I did want to make it travel related. It's basically going to be the top travel must-haves from a recent trip that my fiance and I just took. We took it in September for about 2 weeks, took a Euro trip, and so we found out a lot of great must-haves. Most of them are from Amazon. I will link them all in the description box below, but these are definitely things that you should probably take on your next trip. They're very helpful. Some you might have seen and some might be new to you. Let me know in the comments below if there are any favorites that you guys take on your trips that we would benefit from. I would really appreciate that. So my channel is going to be a little bit of everything, you know, whether it's beauty, some skincare, makeup, travel tips, shopping hauls. It's going to be a little bit of everything. So if that's something you're into, stay tuned. We're going to jump into the video now. Before I do, please like, subscribe, share the video. This is my first video, so any support would be much appreciated. Likes if you think these are videos that you like to see about travel. But let's jump right into it. First thing I want to share is the flight flap. This is, I don't know if you guys have seen it before, you might have seen it in other videos, but this is actually really useful. I mainly used it in the airplane. I put my phone on it, you could put your tablet, I put my Kindle on it as well. You can put it on the kind of the tray in front of you, or some planes have like a little slot where they put all the paperwork, the safety features of the plane, and you can just kind of hang it there like that. So when you hang it, and it's kind of at your like an eye level. So this is really useful. It doesn't weigh much. It's really thin. So putting it in your carry-on is, it's not going to really change the weight of your carry-on. So definite must-have. Another must-have is a travel adapter. These are, you definitely need these. When you travel, you really need one of these. This one is kind of universal. It's for Europe, UK, and then US and Australia. So it's really easy to use. We didn't have any issues with it. So, when you plug in, we used our computers, our phones, camera gear, anything that we plugged in, it didn't have any issue. We didn't have fire or anything, because I've had a travel adapter before and it caught on fire in the plug. So definitely recommend this one. It was really good. I would take, probably if you're more than one person, I would take at least two. I feel like one is not enough when you have cameras and computers to charge, phones. I would definitely at least take two of these. So we will be buying another one when we go on another trip. So but this one's great. So for Europe, in Paris for example, this is the one that we use. You just kind of move the slot. There's a little button here if you want to bring it back, so you have to push that first and then click it back into place. So if you're in London, when we went to London, there's they all look different, so push the button and close it. So it's really easy. It comes in a little travel case too. I just carried it like this. It's not really heavy. We didn't need a converter, so that's the difference between the travel adapter and the converter. Converter actually converts the volts for your electric appliance, that whatever you're using to plug in. You have to check the voltage on each product that you take. So most of the Apple products, they're 120 to 240, something like that. I have to double check. I'll do a whole other video for that because it does get confusing. It took a while for me to just figure out, is it worth to get a converter and the adapter, or just take the adapter and find, like hair iron, like a straightening iron? Should I just find one that, matches the bolts in Paris, for example? So I'll do that in a separate video. Next must have, especially if you plan to do makeup, or you know, skincare, or if you're traveling with a friend and there's not enough mirrors or lighting. I definitely recommend a travel mirror. This one is great. It's not really heavy. It's very thin compared to some of the other ones I've seen. So it just basically opens up and you kind of turn it all the way back like a stand. It has an on-off button in the back. Turn it on, and when you push it, it's going to be really bright. This is very useful. I use this for all my makeup because all the hotels really don't have good lighting. They're really small, like European hotels are small, so it's kind of cramped. So this was the easiest thing to use, and it's rechargeable. It's not battery, so it comes with, you know, a cable. You just plug it in like a USB. You can put it in, you know, use the travel adapter and just plug it in. Just take the wire with you in case. I didn't have to charge it. We were there for 2 weeks and I didn't have to charge it, so it goes pretty long when you fully charge it. But this is definitely a must-have, especially if you're going to do any kind of makeup where you need some lighting, some good lighting. This is a must-have. So first thing I would take is probably a travel mirror if you're gonna do makeup. All right, so a lot of people don't pack their shoes correctly. I feel like your shoes, they are the dirtiest things that are going into your suitcase. And if you're not covering them, you're just kind of sticking them in those little slots where, you know, the suitcases have small slots for shoes. It still gets out. People, you know, the TSA might check your bag. They might throw all that out, throw your shoes in there. So I think a shoe bag is really important to have. It's really lightweight, you know. It's just like, instead of using a plastic bag, I try to not use plastic. I try to use things that I can, you know, reuse over and over again. I can throw this in the wash after I'm done with a trip. You know, take my shoes out, throw it in the wash, and then it's fresh for another trip. So basically it opens up. It's really, you know, spacious for boots, for sneakers. Sandals will definitely fit in here, but it's pretty spacious. And you can even use them for anything else. Like if you just want to use, you know, 2 for your shoes, and 1 for, you know, whatever else, socks, anything that you want to keep clean in here. And then that will keep it from touching all your clean clothes in your luggage. So this is definitely a must-have. It came in like a pack of, I don't know if it was like 6 or 5, but I'll link it down below. This is really good. Next important thing, packing cubes that also compress are a lifesaver, because it not only allows you to, you know, organize what you want to put in here, but it also can compress. So when you open it all the way, you know, you have a pretty decent amount of space to fill as far as like thickness. So once you fill it, then you'll start closing the compressing one, and it just kind of smushes everything together. So I would definitely recommend these. Not only are packing cubes, you know, you could fit a lot in a carry-on. We really just used, we had a carry-on each, and we took 1 checked-in luggage where we left it basically empty, mainly empty. We threw in things that we didn't really care if they got lost or not, in case our luggage got lost. But I fit everything in my carry-on for a 2-week trip, basically using cubes and just, you know, rolling them before I put them in the cubes. They have little plastic slots, and it comes with like white cards that you can write what is, you know, what's in it if you want to. But it's like a good amount of cubes that came in this pack. I definitely recommend these. I really love the packing cube system when you're packing, especially in a carry-on. These are amazing. Next on the list is a good travel pillow. This one I bought actually 2 years ago when before COVID happened, because we were supposed to take this trip 2 years ago. But we actually we got to use it this time in September. It comes with earplugs, and it comes with like an eye mask if you use these to, you know, help fall asleep. and it comes with like a little case to put your earplugs in there if you want. We didn't really use these because clearly they're still in their bag, but this one's great because it has a like a string here, kind of, where you can make it tighter, obviously, to make it more snug on your neck once you put it around you. But once you do that and you pull it up, these can be kept on you when they're taking off or when they're landing. So if it's not attached like this, they made people who didn't have one with the string that's like, you know, nice and snug, they made them take it off. So, you know, in an airplane, they're gonna make you put a jacket on if it's loose, or you'd have to put it up in the, you know, upper compartments. So same with a travel pillow. So that's why this one was really good, because I could just leave it on me the whole time. I didn't have to put it up in my, you know, the suitcase or the upper compartment, because it was like secured. So that's what they were looking for. So everyone else who didn't have this type of travel pillow, they had to take off their travel pillows. So I would recommend this one. It's really comfortable, easy to take off. Once we got home, I just unzipped it and throw it in the wash, and you know, it comes with its own little case too, so you just kind of squish it together and put it in. So you don't even have to count it as like a carry-on item or anything like that, or take up space. You could just put it on your neck. Okay, so if you're going anywhere that is either tropical or Europe, anywhere in Europe, it can rain kind of at any moment. We do, you know, check the weather. Obviously, you can only check it so much, but sometimes it decides to rain randomly. So especially London or England in general, it just rains often and whenever it wants. So I did check the weather before we left. It was going to rain maybe 3 days out of the 5 we were in Paris. So I kind of got worried. I ordered a travel rain jacket, but it's so small, like it just fits into this little bag. I threw it in my carry-on luggage, or even my purse, or a personal item like a backpack. And it's really lightweight. It's a lightweight jacket. It's not meant to keep you warm. It's just meant to keep you dry. So if you're, you know, bundled up, you have a few sweaters on and it's cold out, but it's starting to rain, you would just kind of wear this. It's like a zip up, has a hoodie, and you know, the drawstrings right here. This was useful. It rained when we landed in France, in Paris, so I was wearing this when we decided to just put our bags down and go kind of look around and near our hotel, and it was raining. So this really helped. I did not get wet, and just, you know, kept me dry, and then when it stops raining, just take it off and fold it up and put it in your little bag. So I used this maybe twice in the whole 2 weeks, 2 or 3 times. But it didn't rain too often, so I didn't want to take, you know, a huge jacket and have to worry about packing it in my carry-on or in the check-in. I didn't want to waste space for a big jacket when I could just take, you know, either like a sweater or something, or a long sleeve shirt like this, and just wear the rain jacket over it. So definitely recommend this one. It's really lightweight. It weighs really like nothing, so it's great for travel purposes. All right, next up are the TSA approved toiletry bags. They came in a set of 3. These hold a pretty good amount of stuff. I used 2 of them, but I still needed some extra, so I had to put some stuff in my fiance's bag. But it depends on the airline. They say these are TSA approved, but some airlines don't let you take these. Norwegian was one of them. We had issues with them using these. They made me take mine out and put in a Ziploc, but my fiance's was fine and they let him use this. So it just depends who is looking at your bag in that moment and what airline you're at. So don't be shocked if you have to throw some stuff away. Don't put really expensive things in here that you would be upset if you had to throw away, like a $70 moisturizer, or some makeup item like a really expensive foundation, for example. So put stuff in here that you're okay with throwing away, but overall, all the other, the other airlines that we used were okay with us using this. They didn't check it. They didn't make us take anything out. So overall, these are great. I would recommend these again. If you're kind of questioning it, I would put a Ziploc bag in here first, fill the Ziploc bag, and keep this, keep it in here as like storage. But just in case they want you to take it out and put it in a Ziploc, it's already in a Ziploc and you just remove it. So, but these are great. All right, so the next thing is a portable charger. I mean, these are a must when you're traveling, just because you're going to be using your phone a lot, or anything else that you could plug in as a USB. You're going to be needing to recharge because you're out all day. You kind of don't have time to go back to the hotel, wait a while to charge your phone or whatever else you need to charge. It comes in a case. This is pretty heavy. I really liked it. It charges really quickly because it's really big. It has 3 slots. It takes a while to charge initially, so before you fly out, you would have to charge this for kind of overnight, and it has 2 chargers to do that. So you would put both of them in, plug both of them into an outlet, and charge the entire thing before you go. But overall, this is great. I would just throw it into my purse. I would, I take small bags, so I didn't need to carry a huge bag or anything like that. So this fits in a small bag. It's kind of heavy, so be aware of that. I didn't know that when I first bought it, but it comes with 2 cables, and you can charge 3 USBs, and it charges pretty quickly. So it's overall a really good product. It just doesn't have the iPhone, the new iPhone charger slots. It's like a lightning cable. They don't have that, so it has to be a USB. So just make sure you have the correct wires before you leave. All right, next items are 2 small items. This one is a definite must-have. These are dry soap sheets. So it comes in a little case. It's a little cute cat case, but they're dry soap sheets because you can't really you want to take as few liquids as you can, so you can keep more space in here for things that you really need, like your necessities. So this one's great because it doesn't count as a liquid or anything like that. It's soap. It's basically a sheet. You take the sheet, put it in your palm, pour some water on it, and once you start scrubbing your hands, it starts turning into soap. So these were useful when sometimes the bathrooms run out of soap and you go to the bathroom and you don't know that. So if you have one in your bag or even in your pocket, if you're a guy or you're not carrying like a purse or anything with you or a backpack, keep it in your pocket. It's really thin. It doesn't weigh anything really, and it's super helpful when it comes to places that don't have soap. That happened in Paris once, and that happened in Spain once, where there was no soap and I just had to use my little soap sheets. So it's not going to happen often, but when it does, it's definitely useful because no one wants dirty hands when they're traveling and about to eat stuff. So I really recommend this. It comes in a pack of like 4. It was really cheap, so it's a good find. And this is something that really saved us when we were actually in the different countries before getting on the next flight to go to another country. It's a scale. So it's like a little mini scale. You hold it, you kind of put this around the bag, obviously lock it on there, and then when you lift, it's going to show you the weight. And this helps you, prevents you from having to throw away so much stuff when you're at the airport last minute. So we could see exactly how much every bag weighed. We had 2 carry-ons, 1 check-in bag. We weighed all of them to make sure we were meeting the guidelines for each airline, because every airline is different. And when you get to your destination, you're going to be shopping and putting more stuff into your carry-on than you originally came with. So having a scale with you is a must-have. You cannot go without this. Otherwise, you'll be one of those people that have to throw away things last minute in front of the airline check-in where you have to check in your bags, or they'll make you check it in if you're not at the weight, but there's still limitations to even checked bags. So this is the one I recommend. I got red so I could see it, but there are other colors. You can do black or silver or whatever they have. But I got red so I can see it when it's, you know, somewhere in my bag and I really need it really quickly. So this is useful. All right, next up is the personal item backpack. I found this on Amazon. It has so many compartments. I think this is the small one. They have one that's a little bit larger, but this one, it has more than enough compartments to fit a lot of stuff in here. Easy to weigh because you could just put the weight around this and weigh it. It has snap-on buckles, so you know, it kind of secures everything in place. And it also has a charger, so if you want to plug in your phone, you can plug it in from the inside and just kind of charge it like that. I didn't really use that because I didn't have to charge, you know, in the plane or anything, but I'm going to show you guys the compartments now and how it looks inside. Okay. All right, so the main compartment here, once you open everything up, and there's about 4 buckles, so it keeps everything secure. This is the first compartment. It's the main one. You have a little slot right here. You've got zippers for maybe like some chargers, wires, a pen. Always take a pen with you when you're traveling. And then it's got a bottom compartment, you know, right here. It's got a zipper. And it's pretty thick here. You could put clothes, you could put more shoes, anything that you want to take with you right away that you might need. The front has 2 zippers right here that you could put things that will be, you know, you'll need right away, maybe a passport, wallet, things like that. And then there's a small, thinner compartment here. So there's a lot of compartments in this bag. You could put, whether it's your laptop or, you know, whatever else you want to put in here that's small, like a travel mirror. And the back also has a thinner compartment here. This one's probably better for your laptop because it has cushion. The back, aside from, you know, there's like being a lot of cushion right here, there's a small compartment down here. I usually keep my masks down here, or chapstick, something that I can use right away. And also the last thing is there's actually a compartment on the bottom. A lot of people put their shoes here. You could do that, but it will take up the space in the inside, so just keep that in mind. But it is a possibility if you want to put your shoes in here and just keep that under there all clean. And also there's a small little compartment right here for whatever else that you'd want to put in here. So overall, this is a great bag. I would definitely recommend as a personal item. It does meet the standard personal item measurements, so I did measure this out and compare it to probably 3 different airlines, and European airlines usually are smaller in size. You know, they don't let you take a lot of big bulky items, so this one fit the description pretty well. All right guys, that's the last of the must-haves. I will link all of these down below. Most of them are from Amazon, so I will link everything in the description box, and the next video will most likely be on travel tips, so look out for that. Other than that, I'll see you in my next video. Thanks guys, bye.